Welcome to Montana's Severe Weather Awareness Week Thunderstorm Safety video. This is brought to you by the National Weather Service offices in Billings, Glasgow, Great Falls, and Missoula. One of the first things we want to highlight is just general safety rules. First one is go indoors if you can. We want you to stay away from windows in a sturdy building, something that is well built, has a foundation on it. Being inside will protect you from most of the large hail that we have, as well as the damaging winds, and we'll discuss tornado safety here in a little bit. But sometimes the indoors is not available to you. You're too far away, you're out at the lake, those kinds of things. So the best thing to do then is to get into a vehicle. I know most people don't keep blankets and coats in their car in June, July, and August, but it's a good thing to have them in there so that you can at least protect your head and kind of lay down in that vehicle if the hail is coming down or if there's damaging thunderstorm winds occurring. You want to just try and protect yourself and get below the window level of a vehicle. A lot of times we're driving across this great state of ours, and hail and thunderstorm winds are going to be part of that trip. The best thing to do, pull over. If you see a cloud that's coming at you and your gut kind of says, oh, this doesn't look good, best thing is to pull over. Point your vehicle into the wind so you can benefit from the aerodynamics. And stay in your vehicle, get low, and again, find that blanket that we discussed and cover your head with it, and make sure if there's anyone riding with you that they're protected as well. One of the big things we have in Montana is tornadoes. They can happen, and we get about 9 a year on average. Last year was below average, but 2010 was a significant year for us. Some of the things to remember is you want to be in the lowest level of a sturdy building. This does not mean being in a mobile home or a modular home that is tied down. Get away from windows and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. The best place is definitely in a basement, but a hallway, a bathroom without windows, a closet, those are good places to be. We do ask people to leave a mobile home for sturdier shelter, but sometimes you don't have enough time to do that when the tornado warning is issued. That's why we ask, when there is a tornado watch in effect, to consider what options you have and where you can go before that tornado warning is issued. Keep an eye on the radar and watch as these storms get closer to you so you have enough time to get to a better shelter. And if you're in a vehicle, the big thing is avoid the tornado if you can do so. The best thing to do is drive south and then get west behind the tornado. If you can't avoid it, buckle your seatbelt. Always make sure your seatbelt's on and drive to safety. If you can't get to safety, again, make sure that seatbelt's buckled up. Hopefully everyone has it buckled. Get below the window level and cover your head with a coat or blanket. The ditch is a last resort. For many years, people talked about going into the ditch, but again, they found that your vehicle will probably provide you more safety because it will shelter you for some of the debris that's coming. A ditch can't always do that, and then you also have to worry about flash flooding from the heavy rain that often accompanies these storms. Flooding is another issue in our state. The best thing is to know the flood-prone regions in your area. Be cautious if it's an area you're not familiar with driving with, especially at nighttime. If it's flooded or there's high water flowing through an area, just avoid it. Go around it. We know it can be a long trip here in Montana, but it's not worth driving through it. And remember, if you are driving and you think that that road looks okay, it could not be. Maybe the culvert is washed out beneath it, or maybe some of the asphalt or the gravel is starting to give way. The weight of your vehicle could cause it to completely fail. Also, if for some reason you get caught in flooded waters and your vehicle stalls, abandon it and immediately seek higher ground. This picture in the lower left was taken in June of 2011 in Glasgow, Montana. This was a flash flood from a very small creek that doesn't have much water in it through most of the year. 10 minutes later, this is what it looked like, and at this point everybody was evacuating to leave. The pickup truck here almost started to get washed away as the gravel came down beneath the tires and started washing away from the flow of the water. This next photograph shows a debris flow flood from a fire area, and you can see while some of the ground has recovered and there's grasses growing, fire areas can cause significant problems with hydrophobic soils, and this large debris flow caused quite a bit of damage in western Montana. The biggest thing to remember is when the roads are flooded, turn around and don't drown. If you would like additional resources on being prepared and knowing how to be safe for weather, you can visit the Red Cross website at redcross.org/prepare or weather.gov/safety. Thank you for your time today.